And hello and welcome back, YouTube. It is Saturday, December 17th, 2022, 4:48 p.m. I am heading out later than I wanted to be heading out. I almost forgot. Whoa, there's somebody in the alley here. That's unexpected. That's really unexpected. So I almost forgot I DJing a family house party this evening. While they are driving down the alley with their door wide open. That's unique. Oh yeah, close that. I wonder what that was about. That seems like an odd place for somebody to be parked. Wow, and it looks like their back window is smashed out. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Alrighty then. Wow. Ooh, and I get the sun right in my eyes. Good times. After work, as you saw in the last video, or as you may have seen in the last video, went home, fed my my extremely demanding cat and my other considerably less demanding cat. And, whoa, speaking of cats, there goes one right across the road. And another random open car door. Tis the season for open car doors. Anyway, yeah, finished. Took care of the cats. Went over to the girlfriend's place, and amazingly, she stayed up and waited for me and drew me a bath, which was all really nice. Pretty much fell asleep as quick as I got out of the bathtub, which is fine. I was surprised she stayed up all night. It's not really her usual schedule, so that was nice. I didn't sleep as well as I thought I would, and at one point I'm just like, she left for a dental appointment. I forget what time of the day it was, but kind of late in the morning. I want to say like maybe 10-ish, 10:30-ish. And I laid awake, messed around on Reddit for a bit, and just could not get back to sleep. And I'm thinking to myself, that's all right, I could just, doesn't really matter if I lay here awake. I got all night to sleep. It's Saturday, and I'll go back to work at Amazon until Sunday. And it wasn't until after the battery died on my iPhone that I remembered, oh crap, I'm DJing a Christmas party tonight, a house party, big family house party, and their phone number is on my iPhone, and I don't remember the address, and I don't remember what time I need to be there. Well, that's inconvenient. Anyway, fortunately, I looked around Priscilla's place, couldn't find an iPhone charger, and realized I didn't have one in my car, and didn't really want to leave her place, leave myself locked out, and go home and run the chance of just completely falling asleep and not making it to this party that I committed 2 months ago. And these are really, as far as like clients that I do for private parties for karaoke, these are hands down the best ones I have. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up, I mean, this year I'm just doing them, and I'm doing I did the big party over at big family party over at Cafe Monarch, and those guys are awesome as well. But yeah, these guys pretty much got me through. If you were watching my vlog last year, They paid me considerably more than I asked for, and they're really what got me through December and actually managed to keep me for the most part. I mean, other than, selling some records on eBay, they're really what got me through December and early January, and pretty much up until I got my job at Amazon. So yeah, I really don't want to let them down, and it kind of surprised that I spaced it out. But it's just been such a long week for me this week, and I'm just working so many hours at Amazon that it's easy to forget about other. It's just really, really easy to forget about other applications. So, definitely did feel good to not have to deal with bullocks on Thursday, though. That was a huge load off my shoulders. Surprisingly enough, didn't get any text messages or phone calls from anybody there. Other than kind of early in the evening, I did get a message from Jazzy, but I don't really consider that to be a call from Bullocks, especially after the conversation we had last Friday, which I still don't really feel ready to talk about. Anyway, I still love this drive. Going into Scottsdale across Papago Park on McDowell Road. The road's kind of rough though, dang. Pretty sure City of Phoenix responsibility through here based on the signage. Yeah, I'm tired. It's going to be kind of a struggle tonight. Supposed to get there at, they said they're expecting me around 5:30. It's 4:55 right now. I should be there on time. Their place is at roughly Via Linda and Shea. So I don't expect there being too much traffic on the 101. Hopefully I don't catch too many delays and red lights like this getting over to the 101. Contemplated taking the 202 to the 101, which possibly might have been faster, but it just always just feels like going out of the way rather than just cutting straight across on McDowell. And I love that drive over Papago Park and through the rocks. Always trips me out driving through here. So many new luxury apartment complexes going in, and condominium complexes. You see on the left that it's all pack and stack wood frame construction. It's really luxurious looking on the outside when they get them done, but the actual structure is nothing impressive at all. All that outside is just a facade. Still got the used Benz and Beamer dealer on the right there, but this mile here, when I entered Scottsdale there at 64th Street on up to Scottsdale Road, for many years, and there's the other half, same used Benz and Beamer dealer on the left, certified Benz and Beamer. This mile used to be referred to as Scottsdale's Motor Mile because between Scottsdale Road and 64th Street, there's still Chapman Value Center on the left. So we still got a couple of dealerships here. But yeah, this mile used to be pretty much car dealerships the entire length of it on the north side and south side. And now it's pretty much all recently built pack and stack luxury apartments, including on the right here where Papago Plaza used to be. Really sad about the destruction of Papago Plaza. I mean, granted, it was in kind of rough shape, and probably the best video documenting how it was before it was bulldozed is on the Retail Archaeology YouTube channel, and I'll try to remember to put a link to that in the description. I probably won't, but you can search Retail Archaeology. Retail Archaeology Papago Plaza. And should come right up. In fact, that's a pretty neat channel. Local Phoenix-based channel. They basically go to a lot of malls that used to be really happening and other shopping centers. Kind of show how they're on their last leg, or kind of the state of them. And they've got a lot of videos of shopping centers that no longer exist that I have a lot of memories of. And I've lived in Phoenix pretty much most of my life. I mean, granted, I've lived other places and come back here, but most notably Denver, Tucson, and Douglas, Wyoming. A bunch of other small towns in Wyoming. Guerneville, California. But and roughly 3 weeks since Scottsbluff, Nebraska. I forget how long I lived there. It wasn't much though. Yeah, when I was young, I was really good at landing radio jobs and quickly losing radio jobs. But anyway, yeah, it's always kind of a trip driving down roads that I've got memories of going all the way back to the mid-'70s, just seeing some things that are just pretty much kind of looking the same, like this plant on the right. Used to be a Motorola plant. I have no idea what it is now, but the building still looks the same. And then other stuff's so completely different, like the Motor Mile. It's almost unrecognizable from what it was even as recently as 3 years ago. Anyway, I wasn't planning on narrating McDowell Road. I just looking out the windshield, seeing what's in front of me. All right, spirit of karaoke gigs past. There's the Eldorado Bar and Grill on the left. It's kind of a short-lived karaoke gig for me. Wasn't sad to see that one go at all. I felt like it had a lot of potential, and that's where I met my friend Kimmy, who is currently the karaoke host over at the Wander Inn down the street from my place. But yeah, when they hired me in there, had somebody get all bent out of shape because somebody else sang her favorite song. I was like, well, it's kind of first come on first songs, or on a given song. If you want to sing it, you should have turned it in. And then I had a hissy fit about it. The manager or the owner insisted that I let her sing it, which to me seemed very unprofessional and awkward, being that somebody else had just sang it 10-15 minutes before. I even remember what the song was. It was House of the Rising Sun, the Animals. Kind of old people. Anyway, yeah, she at the end of her song, instead of handing her mic to me, she looked me straight in the eye and slammed it on the ground. Like, reached out like she was going to hand it to me and then slammed it on the ground. At which point I called her out for it and said that she would be not using my microphones anymore since she had shown she was incapable of taking care of it. And yeah, needless to say, I got let go that night. I forget how many shows I did prior to that. I know that wasn't my first show, but it wasn't long after I started, which ended up being a good thing. I mean, I ended up getting much better gigs after that. In fact, it wasn't long after that I started my really long run at Gilligan's in Old Town. So anyway, pretty excited about this gig. I'm a little nervous about it, mostly just because I'm so tired. But and I'm always nervous when I pack stuff up. It's like, hey, do I have everything? I feel like I do. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I did the party at Cafe Monarch, and I remember when I left that, basically I dropped my subwoofer off at my storage unit, which that's the first place I went after I left Priscilla's place. Subwoofers in the trunk. Put my my projection screen, which I won't be using. This place I'm going to, they've got a really, really nice TV mounted high above a mantel in a very large open vaulted ceiling, open concept type house living room. So works out really well. I was really amazed how quickly I whipped together like a really amazing setup for them last year. And that gig, I didn't even have my car last year. I got a ride from a friend of mine who basically functions as a private incognito cab driver. I think she actually drives for Uber or Lyft, but I'm not sure if she does or not. Actually, I think she has enough of her own clientele and she just works her phone. Anyway, yeah, she took good care of me, got me up to the gig, and her name's Ruth, by the way. Total sweetheart. But yeah, I managed to squeeze everything into Ruth's vehicle. Anyway, this time around, I think I'm bringing exactly the same stuff. Got my basic system in the suitcase, which kind of goes everywhere with me, which was set up partially set up in the living room because have been working on music this week. I haven't added much, but I've added a little bit. In fact, when I got home, I figured I'd add one more karaoke song, since I was still set up before I packed it up. Was going to add Bjork, Human Behavior, and trying to edit and reconvert my video for Human Behavior by Bjork. Got one from her official YouTube channel, and the quality is terrible, like really, really terrible. It's super, super low bit rate. The audio is to the point that it just doesn't sound good, and doesn't particularly look good either. It's really low resolution. Now, granted, the one I have is MPEG 1, also ripped at a very low resolution, but I believe I ripped it off of a DVD, and so the audio is very high quality on it, but it's a lot of dead roll before the song starts. So and the audio level's way higher than it should be. I forget what software I used to rip it, but I certainly didn't really know what I was doing back when I did it compared to how I do my stuff now. So for some reason, I don't know, just couldn't seem to quite get it to couldn't quite get it to work, and I wanted to do that video while I do the karaoke for it. And then as I was closing windows, as I was working on the one song I did add, I quickly realized that I had another window open where I had a whole bunch of other Bjork stuff. So hopefully sometime this week, or maybe over Christmas weekend, I'll spend an afternoon or a morning or whatever working on my Bjork library, adding some more Bjork karaoke, and most notably Human Behavior, which was recently released by karaoke version. And I haven't previewed the track yet. I listened to a sample of it, and it sounded really good when I heard. But karaoke version is pretty consistently good quality karaoke, especially nowadays. So looking forward to that. Do want to do something with that video. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know what DVD I ripped it off of, and it's a DVD I still have that should be put away on the shelf in my bedroom. So Might just re-rip it from the DVD. That way I can have it in a nice, clean, minimally compressed 480p DivX file. Just rip the MPEG 2 directly off the DVD and adjust the aspect ratio if needed. Most likely it'll be needed. Convert it to DivX. It's been a while since I've ripped a music video off of a DVD, but usually when I do, I get really good results. I should have all the software still installed to do that. So I think I do. Yeah, it's certainly a project for the next few days. Oh wow, I'm already to my exit. Oh yeah, I made way better time than I thought I was going to. In fact, I'm going to be getting there awkwardly early. On that note, maybe I should stop at Circle K and get myself my Sip and Save drink for the day, since I didn't get mine yesterday. So not too much else really to say about this party. I remember vlogging about it quite a bit last year. I remember for some reason when I talked to the guy, I was expecting it was going to be a bunch of like young professional types, and I was really surprised to find out that it was a multi-generational extended family Christmas party, which is fine. I mean, I've literally got the music to, you know, as long as the focus is karaoke, I've pretty much got a diverse enough selection of music to appease pretty much any crowd. Now at this point, when it comes to DJing, there are certain newer genres where I'm starting to lack, and I guess I'm kind of showing my age at that. I have finally hit that point where I just don't keep up with new music as much as I always have since I was a child. Which isn't to say I'm completely out of touch with new music, like most guys in their 50s are, but yeah, I was listening to 1015, the pop station, and about half the stuff that was on it I didn't recognize. Although some of it, you know, the other half I did, and it was like, oh, well, they're still playing the crap out of Lotto Big Energy. I'm surprised that's still getting so much airplay. But, yeah, always fun to hear the Tom Tom Club's be recycled for a third generation. Anyway, as I recall, the family that lives in the house, the wife and the man, I mean, they're both hiring me technically, but it's the husband that's been doing most of the negotiating and whatnot, talking. But as I recall, his wife sang a lot of stuff from Postmodern Jukebox, most of which I didn't have, but I was able to get on the fly. And then a week or two after I did the party, I did a big dump of Postmodern Jukebox to my library. So she's wanting to sing the same stuff. It's in the organized library this time around, ready to go. And although honestly, I'm kind of hoping she's got some new Postmodern Jukebox stuff she wants to do, because I'm certainly ready to add some more. Even though nobody has sang any of my Postmodern Jukebox karaoke since her party last year. Bunch of kids singing pop songs. I expect that's going to happen again. I'm predicting a lot of Harry Styles. Gonna go on a limb and say that right now. A lot of the kids probably want to sing Harry Styles this year. I know they did sing a few things in Spanish, not as much as everybody was saying they were going to, but I do expect there will be a couple of Selena songs sang tonight, probably Como La Flor and something else. I don't know. It'll be fun. I really enjoyed this group last year. And wow, I'm almost there. And did not pass the Circle K. At least if I did, I didn't notice. screen, dude. Put your phone down. Anyway, I wish I'd have got more sleep since my Amazon gig, but I got a feeling once I get surrounded by all the people there and get my stuff set up and get the music pumping and get a couple sodas in me and get my caffeine and my sugar rush on, I'll be a little more energetic. Oh, the other thing I remember is most of the people that were there were big fans of Ed Sheeran. So I'm always down with playing a bunch of Ed Sheeran. I still really enjoy Ed Sheeran, even though I have yet to listen to his last album all the way through. In fact, if I remember right, at the party they sang Bad Habits twice. I'm a lot more lenient with that kind of stuff at private parties. I mean, at a private party, the people singing are the ones that are paying me. If they want to sing the same song over and over and over, hey, they're paying me. Knock yourself out. I kind of look at it differently at a bar gig. At a bar gig, the people that are doing the singing are generally not the ones paying me. Although, when I do have bar owners that want to sing, they are the ones paying for me, and I get them right up. And reminds me of the days that Greg Field would randomly show up to one of my shows at Gilligan's and want to sing. And yeah, always got him right in. Because why the heck not? It was always fun to watch Greg sing. And his ex-wife, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other can of worms that I don't want to get into. Oh man, I remember the first time I met her, I had no idea who she was, and I was in the kitchen. I don't even remember why I was in the kitchen, probably bringing some of my equipment in through the back door. And I see somebody, I don't know who the hell it is. I'm just thinking it's just some random entitled Scottsdale customer. And I'm just like, yeah, who are you and what are you doing back here? I'm trying to kick her out. Which actually, she approached me later and she told me that she was actually really appreciated that. She's like, it's like, it's good to know you're looking out for my husband's business. Because some of the people here just don't really seem to be paying any attention. So, but. Anyway, I better wrap this up. I'm just about to the street. But thanks for coming along with on the drive. And of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already. 'Cause I will be back with more.